secret. Well, not so secret, but a little bit hard to find vampire societies. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes for people to start getting in before I talk about it. I did jot some of them down, and I would love to read some of their like rules and different things. That would be very exciting to become a member in their belief systems. Do you believe vampires are real? Actually, that should be my poll. Perfect. I'm doing it a little earlier today, but I think it's fine. Let me grab my... Ooh. Another thing. No, maybe I should go back to green. That was nice too. I kind of like, that's yellow. I was distracted. Let's see if I can go back to green. 1 second. Here you go. I did put a thumbnail on this, right? Oh, hi, DeDarko. How are you? What's crack-a-lackin'? I'm doing live a little bit earlier than the last few days. I'm just making sure I put in a... Okay, good. I put in a thumbnail. So wait, what did you answer? Do you believe... Ooh! DeDarko, have you ever met a vampire? Have you ever had an experience? I'm so curious. I actually, I was looking up different societies of vampires, and I want to like read their like manifesto and see what we can find, which is so exciting. I took a bunch of notes. Give me 1 second. It's kind of embarrassing that you guys can see my notebook. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna do it here. I see there's somebody else here. Okay, so vampire societies, I have found 4. They're kind of hard to find. Like if you Google vampire societies, it's kind of hard. I have Texas Vampire Association, Atlantic Vampire Alliance, Temple of the Vampire, and Assassin Manifesto. Let's see, the other person said yes, they also do believe in vampires. So these societies are actually quite hard to find. The first 2 took me a while to find them. The second 2 I had to refer to. I'm going to give him credit. This guy. Where is he? 1 second. Let me find his thing. I'm going to give this guy credit because he found a bunch. And I just took 2 from the ones he found. His name is on YouTube. Morgue Official. Morgue Official did like, are vampires really real? He found a bunch. I am actually a real vampire. Are you? Wait, Dilbert, do you drink blood? Like what kind of vampire there is? And are you part of one of these societies? Because I found a few. And we're gonna read their manifestos. John Paul says, hi. Oh my God, everybody here believes in vampires. They're at the poll. Alexander says, hello baby, hi. Do you believe in vampires? Okay, so let's look up Temple of the Vampire. So I took time to do research. And we're going to go over 4 associations and organizations that I found that of people claiming to be vampires. And apparently Dilbert is one. Dilbert, should I be scared of you? Nah. Are you a blood drinking vampire, energy vampire? What kind of vampire are you? I'm curious. What makes you a vampire? Okay, so a satiation manifesto. So, let's see if I can find this. Okay, the Kemetic. Okay, so I'm the name of this vampire association, if I am not wrong. Kemetic Order of Stika, Everlasting. Wait, is this one? Okay, now I'm kind of thrown off. 1 second. Hi, Brian. How are you? Do you believe in vampires? I was doing some research for this video. Crap, I can't copy paste. Kemetic Order. Is this one? Oh, Aset Ka. Let's see. Okay, that one. Vampirism. Yeah. So, let me start with the Temple of the Vampire. So, the Temple of the Vampire is an actual group that claim to be vampires. You can see there. Brian Costa says, hi, good, yes. Okay, let's see. They have on their website, they have a vampire test. So for Dilbert, that says he's a vampire. Let's see. There are 5. This is according to this group. Because there are different groups. There are different groups of vampire societies all over the world and all over the US. And they're kind of hard to find. This one I found because of this YouTuber. And I'm going to give him another. I already gave him a shout out. I'll give him another one. What is his name? How do I lose him every time? His name is Morg Official. He has a vampire one. He finds a bunch of them. I was able to find some independently on my own, but I took 2 from his list that were really interesting. So I want to give him a shout out. So Temple of the Vampire. Temple of the Vampire is a society that you can join. And they have a test to see if you are a vampire. Let's see if you guys are vampires. So, can you let me actually start here. How much do you agree with the views of real vampires? Let's see. Oh, Kirby says hello, and Bruce saying hello again, Paulina, hi again. There are 5 levels of understanding the real vampires. And so let's see what level of vampirism you are. According to the Temple of the Vampire, that's a society. This is not necessarily what I believe. This is the Temple of Vampire Society. So, do you tend to think for yourself rather than accept opinions of others? That's most people, I feel like. Do you tend to trust your own experiences even when others disagree with you? So if you were somewhere and you saw a UFO in the sky and you were with 2 other people and they're like standing right next to you and they tell you there was no UFO there, are you going to trust them or are you going to trust yourself first? Do you tend to expect that life is worth living rather than an endless burden to endure? That's true. Do you enjoy life to the fullest? So Bruce Wayne says, I rarely put my confidence in others. Yes, trust yourself. I think that just should be you should trust others, but trust yourself and your intuition first. I think that's just about having inner strength. Oh, I have 75% believe that in vampires, 25% don't. Okay. If you won the lotto, would that probably make you feel happy instead of guilty? Oh my God, who would feel guilty when winning the lotto? I would feel so happy. Do you tend to value your own life and those you love more than the lives of others? Yes, I'm sorry, but yes, I value my life and the lives of my family and friends more than the life of someone that I don't know. I still wish them all the best, but I feel like that's a natural human state. If you agreed with each of the first 5 statements, then you are operating from the same perspective as those who seriously explore the first level of the vampire religion. Dun dun dun. Our motto, so this is not me, again, this is not my opinion, this is from the vampire organization, Temple of the Vampire. Okay, that's literally an organization. Their motto is test everything, believe nothing. Well, that's kind of true though. Like, there's so many things. Now I question a lot of things, to be honest. I really do. And also, I trust my intuition, because once you live life and you've seen like how much they've deceived us, I question things. Unlike other religions, we do not just believe or just take things on faith. Well, I can sometimes take things on intuition. Not necessarily faith. I have done on faith, and if my intuition telling me no, and I've been screwed over, and now I know trust myself first before I just, even if everybody trusts somebody, if my gut is telling me no, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see what people say. And Bruce Wayne says, anyone close to me will have more value than other humans. Yes, I feel like that's a natural, and I agree with you, same to me. Like, that's a natural, I'm shameless in that aspect. I will say that. My family and my friends have more value than some random humans. To me, I still love the random humans, and I still wish them the best. But, I mean, I feel like I feel like that's just a human state of mind, right? You take care of your own type of thing. So Deborah says, I am back. Welcome back, Deborah. Bruce Wayne says, dang, I knew it. Born in darkness. I don't think that's necessarily the thing is, I don't see it as dark yet. Unlike other religions, we do not just believe or take things on faith. I do question a lot too. In this way, we build reliable knowledge of the existence of authentic vampirism. Ooh. Hey, what's his face that said he was a vampire? Dilbert. What makes you a real vampire? I'm questioning you, Dilbert, if you're still on here. Okay. So, this is another, so that's level 1, beliefs, right? Let's see level 2. Let's see if you guys qualify. So I think all of us here qualify for level 1 vampirism, because I feel like that's pretty basic stuff. Unless you have really low self-esteem for a lot of those. Level 2 says, can you sometimes actually feel the emotional power of a large crowd? So if you go into crowds and you just feel the energy, oh, that's me. I love happy energy, but I never steal energy from anybody. I think that's messed up. But I'll go to crowds and I feel the energy, and it just gives me so much energy. I just love it. And it's just, it's just energy in the air. Okay, so let's see. Have you ever somehow felt when someone was staring at you from behind? I feel like that's your intuition, though. Isn't that like a human thing, when someone's staring at you? That's a survival instinct to me. I don't feel like that has to do with vampirism, but maybe. To me, I feel like that's a human survival thing. Okay, so next question is, see if you're level 2 vampire. Have you ever felt more energized after being around someone who was very outgoing? Oh, here is the thing. I feel like some people feel drained. You're right. I didn't even think about that. Like, the introverts, they feel drained from crowds, and they feel drained from going with people who are like super outgoing, blah blah. Like, I'm pretty outgoing. I'm pretty like, so I'm usually the energized person. But if there's another energized person, it feels me and I feel them, and it's kind of like the perfect match. Have you ever felt more energized after being around someone who is very outgoing? Yes, I have. I have you. Okay, let me catch up on the comments. Would that, D Darko said, would that be empathy, like feeling the energy of a crowd? Maybe, but I feed off of it, like, and I don't take, here's the thing, I do have a moral code. I will never steal or wish harm on anybody. I love people. Like, I would never take anybody's energy or anything like that. But if I am in a crowd and they are, like I used to, when I would be drained, I would walk downtown when everybody's laughing and going out having fun, and just walk in the crowd. And all that happy energy, I just take it in, and I just feel so good. They're just exuding it. I would never steal energy from anybody. Like, I believe in having a moral code. So I don't think it's necessarily empathy, because if someone's like really sad and they're going through stuff, I wish them the best, but I can choose to not feel their pain. Empathy is like you're feeling everybody's pain. Do you get what I'm saying? Bruce Wayne says the gray. Bruce the Wayne the Gray says, not full crowds of power, more like individual. Oh, so you feel like the energy off of the individuals. But that's the thing. I never, like, I exude energy too. I feel like we all do. Yeah, makes sense. See, dark. Okay, cool. And thanks for the hearts, you guys. Okay, let's keep reading. This is so interesting. It's from an actual vampire, like vampire society, the Temple of the Vampire. Okay, let's see. Next one. So this is level 2. Can you sometimes feel a tingling vibration in your fingers when you think about them? I don't know what that means. Like if you're sending energy to people, I send energy to people all the time, but I try to send them good energy because I still try to be light in this world. But we all get drained sometimes, and we all need energy. You know, connect to the source, you get energy that way too. Do you think there may be more to reality than science currently assumes there to be? I don't know if this has to do with vampirism. I just think that has to do with spirituality. I 100% believe that. It doesn't have, you don't have to be a vampire to like be like, yeah, there's more to reality than what science has taught us, for sure. Yeah. Okay, let's see what Bruce Wayne, thanks for the hearts, you guys. Let's see what Bruce Wayne says. Human strength is easy. Yo, see. Human strength is easy. Human strength is easy to see. So you see how strong people are, like their aura. Is that what you mean? Okay, so let's see. It's like a video that's loading with the questionnaire. So 1 second. Okay, so those last 5 statements would make you a level 2 vampire. So basically, like, you have the same belief system of a level 2. It says if you agreed with each of those 5 statements, then congratulations, you guys. Congrats, you guys. You share many of the views of members of the 2nd level of our religion, of their religion, Temple of the Vampire. Okay, let's continue. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. To attain this level, a member has tested and verified the existence of an invisible energy. So they have to show that they can perceive it. That all living things are constantly radiating. Vampires absorb this life force from living human beings. This action causes no harm and can potentially even help stimulate healing. That's nice. I love that. Okay, let me catch next level. Level 3. Let's see what they believe in level 3. Okay, so but let me catch up on the comments real quickly. Thanks for all the emojis. So sweet, and the likes. Okay, so Abigail, nice to see you again. Hello, so sorry I missed your live yesterday. I got caught up with a friend I hadn't seen in a while. Oh, but I'm glad you had fun with your friend. You know, it's good to enjoy and have time with your friends. Bruce Wayne says, yes, easy to define, easy to see. Hence, the crowd does not stand out are like diamonds among them. Beacons, per se. Yeah, it's just like energy exuding. Okay, so this is level 3. Let's see if you guys have the same beliefs and the same things of a level 3 vampire. Do you suspect the extrasensory perception might be real? So ESP. Well, I think a lot of people do. Like, basically, like, you can, like, maybe you see spirits and things like that. Not necessarily you have to be a vampire, I feel like, but do you believe in ESP? Do you think that near-death experiences might be real? Yes. Oh my God. I have you guys gone down the near NDE? If you don't know what NDEs are, those are people who died and came back to life. Maybe they had a heart attack and they're shocked back to life and they experienced true death. Those people went to the afterlife and they came back and told us about it. NDE, near death experience YouTube, I so recommend it. There's so many people who have experienced that, which is insane, and a lot of experiences are very similar. Okay, so let me catch up on the comments. Abigail says, you are my inspiration. You're so sweet, always have such positive energy. You're like a really cool, fun, nice big sister aunt. That is Young Love. Oh, thanks so much. You're so sweet, Abigail. I love that. Sending you love and happiness. I mean, I try to do that. I try to spread love. Okay, Bruce Wayne, the Grain said, ESP for sure. We only use a small percentage of our brain. Yes. Juan Catalan. Hi, Juan. I want to say thank you so much for the comment. Like, I really appreciate that. I am late for this one. You're good. D. Darko says, do you think astral projection is basically just dying at will? I don't think it is, because I've astral projected. For those people who don't know what astral projection is in here, it's when you leave your body. Astral projection, you still have a silver cord attached to your body. So I think the experiences, maybe there are realms that I can't access. I don't know. It's been so long. Okay. So it might be similar, but I don't think it's the full experience of an NDE. Okay, so let's continue. Remember, this is level 3 vampirism from the Temple of the Vampire, what they believe of a level 3 vampire is. Okay, let's see. Do you suspect the out-of-body experience might be real? Yes, I've had it. I've left my body. Who here has left their bodies? Literally. Like, who's here astral projected? Okay, so do you think that such psychic powers might possibly be better controlled or developed? Yes. All these things, I don't think it makes you a vampire necessarily. But this is according to their beliefs in the Temple of the Vampire. Like, this is an actual association. Yeah, we all have psychic powers. If you don't believe you have psychic powers, you just have to develop them through meditation and different things. You can find it online. Okay, so let's continue. Do you suppose that in all of history, there might have been at least some individuals who might have already done so? Like, done so with psychic powers? Yes. I mean, I'm sure you're here for a reason. You believe that there's more. You believe that you have the power and you can accomplish much more. And guess what? You do. You guys can do anything. Okay, so let's continue to the next one. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so for the new people here, we are doing a vampire test from an actual vampire association. They have different levels of vampires and different levels of beliefs, and you have to like kind of prove yourself to them to join, but you can actually see the requirements and their beliefs. So it says oh, give me 1 second, it's like blocked right here. Here we go. If you agreed with each of those 5 statements, that is excellent. You share many of the same views of the members of the 3rd level of our religion, the vampire religion, the vampire priesthood. Again, I am not this religion. I am very curious to learn of their beliefs. Let me catch up on the comments real quickly, but then I'm going to keep reading about them. Okay, so also, I love your makeup and the fashion sense. Thanks. I'm super girly too at the same time. And your hair, you're so sweet. Juan says your energy looks way clearer now and you look vital, and yesterday was good. Do you do some stuff in the comments prayer? I did the prayer. I thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. D Darko says, yes, I have. Abel says, also, thanks for making a bit earlier. Laugh a lot. I won't be as scared. Yeah, today I had to make it earlier, but I'm glad you're not as scared. And this was just like fun because it's about vampires. Yeah, I like the girly vampire movies. Bruce Wayne Gray says, out of body, yes, with premonitions. You've had out of body and premonitions. Ooh, you're definitely a level 3 vampire. Absolutely, open up the 15% brain users. Maybe you can fly. Yeah, honestly, with meditations and everything, anything is possible. You guys have the power. I hate that others try to take your power. You have the power to do anything you want. Okay, so let's continue. 3rd level members are deeply involved with the effort to develop psychic powers. So this would be Bruce, because he's been working on psychic powers, and are also open to the possibility that vampires in the past may have successfully done so before. So believing it. Our priesthood members have validated the usefulness of assuming that such advanced vampires do exist, whom we refer to as the undead gods. Ooh, our goal is to become as they are. They're trying to become as powerful as they are. Here's the thing. I believe that you can accomplish what you want, but I would never, there's a limit to me because I would never take from others. You do whatever you want to. Thanks for the hearts and stuff. I love it. You do what you want to do and do the best for yourself, but give to this world. At least be a light to this world. But you're powerful too. Okay, I'm going to catch up to the comments. Let's see. Abigail says, I definitely feel like you're very kind, easy to talk to. Oh, it's so sweet. You're very kind too. Man in the Van says, hello, Miss Paulina. Hello. Ava says, I have a spooky story if you want to hear it, or I can save it. I want to hear it. Let me finish with the vampire stuff if I have time. If not, save it for our next live, and I'll go ahead and read the whole thing because I love spooky stories. I have, and then Juan Catara says, Those don't exactly sound like vampires. That sounds like the basic psychic powers any magic group can do. I do believe kind of what you're saying. A lot of this stuff is just innate in you. Abigail, yes, tell us. Buki says, hi. Man in the Van says, please don't forget to double tap your screen, hit the like button, subscribe, everyone. Oh, thanks, Man in the Van. Okay, so let's continue. Remember, these are not necessarily my beliefs on what makes you a vampire. This is from the Temple of the Vampire. They're an actual vampire organization. So I'm reading kind of like their beliefs and their rules and their levels. So now we're going to see their rules and levels for level 4 to see if you would qualify a level 4 vampire. Do you sometimes feel that what you think can influence events around you? So what you're thinking, you can make your reality malleable. Yes, to the extent. Especially, you know, when I was a child. And I'm getting better at it now, but when I was a child, I was so good at that. I would think, I really want this, and it would just appear in my life. I wouldn't even say it out loud. I would think things and they would appear. I wanted to run into somebody and the person would just be there. It was so weird. I was a child. It was crazy. I think children's brains are not so much, we were talking about the shadow self yesterday, right? The limitations society puts around you. They don't have those limitations, so they can manifest and they can kind of mold the reality around them. Okay, so do you ever suppose that sometimes dreams might be able to predict future events? Oh, I haven't had that where my dreams have predicted future events. I have had dreams warning me. And there have been times where I hadn't listened to my dream, and guess what? I was screwed over. Listen to your dreams. Sometimes they come to warn you in metaphors. I was warned about someone so many times in so many different dreams, and I would not listen. And guess what? I learned my lesson the hard way for not listening to my dreams. It was warning me dream after dream after dream, and I learned the hard way and it was all metaphors, but it was so direct. Okay, so let's see what else. Do you think there might have been more advanced technological civilizations in the past? Like civilizations that history was erased? Yes, probably, honestly. Let me catch up on the comments real quickly. Okay, so let's see. Okay, 1 second. Okay, Bruce, I will says, that sounds lovely. Okay. And then Bruce Wayne says, the higher brain usage opens up to most these mentioned symptoms, all feeding off it. And in history, there have always been powerful beings. Yes. And the thing is, I don't like that society puts people on pedestals and they put you down here. There's no reason for you to be down here. Everyone's equal. You have the power to do anything you want. Don't put people on pedestals. I don't care if they're celebrities. You have the power. Even though this is a vampire society, this should be a message for everyone. Don't put people above you. You guys are all equal. I don't care about how famous they are and all that and their status. You're powerful. You're valuable. You are very valuable. Just being here makes you valuable. Okay, so Bruce Wayne says, but power and this open frame of mind may not always be the same. Whereas Adolf could speak and millions would listen. Yeah, he was obviously not a good man, but the thing is, like, they put him on a pedestal. Gunn is kind of brilliant tactician. I think he was bad too, right? I don't know much about him. Man in Black says, hello, Batman. Ooh, I guess I'm Batman. Wayne says, my days are all by design. Man Van Howdy. Oh, Bruce Wayne says, you found Paulina. Sorry, I'm catching up on the comments right now. Evelyn says, okay, so basically one night I had a dream. And mind you, it was a nightmare. And I would predict things like through my dreams. Listen to your dreams. Please. That's vampires believe in that, but like you should believe it as a person, because I didn't, and because of that I literally had to pay the repercussions for not listening. And I had many dreams. Okay, so premonitions, yes. Juan Catan says Abigail sounds a lot like biblical signs and omens. Exactly. I like how everybody like kind of helps each other. Nicholas says good night. Good night. Abigail says one of the times I predicted being in a kids club in grade 5, and my dream actually predicted the exact thing. We were going to the bathroom all lined up and saw the same person in my dream. That's crazy that you were able to tune into that. Maybe you tuned into the future. Some might call it obvious outcomes. Okay, so I'm going to continue reading the different, because I have to like, I'm happy I'm getting comments and I'm happy you guys are talking to each other. Okay, so do you imagine, okay, so that, this is part 4, right? Level 4 vampirism, their beliefs. Do you imagine that such advanced technologies from the previous societies would probably look like magic to us? Oh my God, yes. That's another thing. Like, if someone comes with what looks like magic, you might be putting them on a pedestal, but you can do that too. Okay. Do you tend to agree that there may be more advanced intelligent life in other worlds? This one I'm conflicted. Maybe other realms. I don't know. Probably worlds too. They're everywhere. Okay. So if you agreed with each of those statements, that is superlative. You're operating from much the same perspective as members of the 4th level of our religion. Again, for the new people here, I am reading off of a vampire organization, and they have different levels of vampirism and what they believe in. At the 4th level, our members apply themselves to the testing and application of special technology that is usually viewed as magic by the outside world. As in everything we do not merely believe in such things. We base everything we do upon obtaining practical results. Okay, and then let me catch up a little bit on the comments. D. Darko says, whoa, Abigail wrote her comment right as you started speaking about the dreams. Synchronicity? That's crazy. I didn't realize that. That is crazy. Well, it was meant to be. Abigail, listen to your dreams, please. I was literally, I was screwed over because it was my bad. I was warned and warned and warned and warned and warned. 100% Anunnaki, we are downloaded down version. Ooh, do you guys believe in Anunnaki? I don't know what I believe with them. Juan Catalan says, that actually reminds me of a story, only it happens to someone I knew, not me. Abigail, Juan, what's a biblical omen? So you guys are talking to each other. I'm so happy that you guys can help each other. Juan is very knowledgeable. Okay. There's nothing wrong. Okay, no, yeah, there's nothing wrong with you, Abigail. You got this. Holy Spirit does give signs. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you're protected. Okay, so let's continue on the vampire test. Dun, dun, dun. From the Association of Vampirism, the Temple of the Vampire. We've gone over level 4. Now, let's see what a level 5 vampire would be according to them. Do you feel there's a deeper part of your mind that sometimes offers wise guidance? Yes. Honestly, a lot of this stuff, what I feel like has nothing to do with vampires. I don't want to be mean. Have you ever felt profound sense of connection to other living things? Yes. Have you ever experienced the feelings that somehow you could never really die? That somehow you are eternal? Oh, that's another thing. There's like this illusion that you're not eternal, that you're not powerful. That's a society thing. You are. Your soul is eternal. Okay. Do you sometimes have dreams that seem more real than waking life? Dreams, Abigail. Do you sometimes feel that there is more to reality than what we normally perceive? Yes. Yes, 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 yes to all of this. Oh my God. The real life thing. Ugh. So if you agreed with each of those 5 statements, that is simply amazing. Congratulations. It would seem that you are in agreement with our master adepts, the 5th and deepest level of the vampire religion. Master adepts have become aware of the awakened to their innermost self, which we call the dragon. I wonder what, I was thinking of dragons. The last 2 days, I've had dragons in my brain for some weird reason. And I know there's people who connect to like spiritual dragons for power and for protection. So it's weird that it's mentioning that. To me, it's a coincidence. As consequence of this awakening, adepts see the world and reality itself in an entirely different way. It is truly remarkable and unusual for someone to agree with so much of what we know to be true. So what I said before, I really think that this is a really cool like organization, but I honestly think that it's not necessarily a vampire thing. if you get my drift. Okay, okay, let me see if I can catch up to some of these comments. Let's see. And it happens day after day moment because sometimes I'll zone out. Oh, you see someone in your dreams that is cloaked? Oh, creepy. Sounds like you're being warned. Abigail says, Juan, you seem very experienced. Do you know anything about it? Yes. I believe that there will come a time when science and magic are divided by a very thin line. Yes, I kind of believe that too. Abigail says, I don't really understand why it happened, and it's not like I'm trying to be special, but certain objects appear in real life. But I'm a Christian, and I don't know what's wrong with me. Juan Gonzalez says, Abigail, I have had experiences, but I don't want to talk too much because I don't want to seem like bragging. I normally stay quiet in real life. On here, I open up more because Paulina is so bubbly. Yeah, I want to hear it. And there's nothing wrong with you, Abigail. You're spiritually in tune. You're getting messages through your dreams. That's completely normal. There's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. Bruce Wayne says, billions of stars and our star is the only one with life. Further implying our version of life is the only way life survives. We are well put of our minds to consider any of that. Abigail says, I don't even know. I think I read the Holy Spirit. So I'm going to skip a little bit because you guys were having your own private conversation, which I love. You guys are helping each other. Oh, okay. Dragons. I was talking about dragons. Outstanding. There are 2 types of dragons. Dragons of the earth, dragons of heaven, and dragons of heaven protect humanity, where the dragons of earth protect the planet. Yeah, there's something about dragons that my brain has been circling on the topic of dragons for some weird reason the last 2 days. So I really think want to learn more about that. I think there's like ways to talk to spiritual things like that, but I have to see if it's good. I don't know if it's good. Jake says, you're so beautiful. I just wanted to say hi. Oh, hi. Thank you. I represent dragons of earth. Bruce says, I would gladly replace humanity with plants if it's meant the world would go on. Oh, that's sad. Alice says, yeah, I'm usually always stressed since I really have bad anxiety, but I do get what you mean. But one time I did see something that when I wasn't stressed. Emmanuel's, and you know, that's the thing, we all go through things. Yesterday I was not feeling well. We all go through things, but you know, doing inner work and protecting yourself is very important. Okay, you guys are talking. Aw, I love that you guys are helping each other. God loves you, Abigail, and that's why he gave you these gifts. I love that. I agree with Huang, and he's helping out Abigail. It's so sweet. Okay, so let's see. And you know what's funny? The little vampire video it ends with, "Are you one of us?" question mark. Dun dun dun. Honestly, because of this, I think we are all vampires according to this. You know, because it's basically just being spiritually enlightened. The temple of the vampire organization seems to be like a good one. It doesn't seem to like promote taking from other people, which I like. From the video creed that I just read, it seems to be kind, and just promoting on working on yourself and knowing your true worth and strength. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you feel like this is a safe space to open up. Okay, so let's continue. Dun, 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 dun. I read that one. Let's see. Temple Vampire. There's an Assassin Manifesto. Texas Vampire. Okay. Atlantic Vampire Alliance. I'm trying to find different vampiric groups because it's just interesting. Let's see what they believe. Atlantic Vampire Alliance. So, dun, dun, dun. Okay, so let's see what the Atlantic Vampire Alliance believes. Mission. Ha! Okay, I found another group. You guys, let me see what I think you guys are talking to. No, guy. Okay, so they're talking to each other. Yeah, the community. I'm so happy. Okay, so the next organization that I found is called Atlantic Vampire Alliance. And let's see what their mission is. The mission of the Atlanta. Sorry, Atlanta. So they're in Georgia. Ooh, there's vampires in Georgia. The mission of the Atlanta Vampire Alliance is to promote unity in the greater Atlanta, Georgia real vampire community while being available to the newly awakened to encourage self-awareness and responsibility. We honor the traditions of history, respect discretion regarding community affairs while advocating safety and well-being of our members. Honestly, I feel like a lot of these groups are just promoting self-worth. They're not necessarily vampires. If you get my drift. Oh my god. I'm gonna ask you guys, because I can't find like a group that's like vampire. You get what I'm saying? These are like self-worth, which I love. Like, I love that. That first group where it's like, like, woohoo! Value yourself. We all have spiritual gifts. Don't believe everything they're telling you. Believe your intuition. I love that. I don't think that makes you a vampire. Okay, so let me go ahead and catch up to the comments. Juan says, I am a pagan and a santero, but I also believe in Jesus. I'm Cristo pagan, and I'm aware of everything you mentioned, Bruce, but I am talking to Abigail about Christianity because that's her faith. I used to generate so much energy that I would accidentally overwhelm people, and I had learned to lower my energy. Wait. Well, don't feel like that here. When you wrote all that I put in a Google Docs, Juan. And then I was like, I saw the comment, and I was like, oh, I have to reply, but then I'm like, I'm gonna go live. He might be there, so thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like we can all learn from each other. Don't ever. I want this to be a safe space for everyone. Okay, so Bruce Wayne, further the endless versions of gods leads to the idea that there is one, let me say, and every society had a god or idol worship. I submit there to higher power. But then Abigail says, thank you so much, Juan. I appreciate understanding my beliefs. Aww. Everybody's talking to each other and helping each other. Okay, D Darko asked me a question. Are you looking for bloodsuckers, Paulina? No. I am looking for like a weird group to read about. I don't necessarily want to join it, but I found these two vampire societies, but they both seem to be promoting like just self-love and developing your spiritual abilities and discernment, which I love, like for sure, 100%. But I want to see if there's anything weird I can read, like an actual like vampire society, like real, like they're like 5,000 years old vampire. But that's gonna be hard to find on the internet. This was pretty hard to find in the internet, anyways. Okay, so Bruce says she's seeking perfect human hybrids. Oh my god. Oh my god. What I don't like is what they're trying to like. The Neuralink. I do not like Neuralink. Putting like making you symbiotic with technology. No freaking way. No freaking way. You are powerful. You don't need a chip that can control you to tell you that. It's just another form of control. Okay. So, haha, no problem. It's just that Bruce. Okay, they're talking. Oh, no. Haha, no problem. It's just that Bruce thought I was trying to be overbearing with Christianity. I need to let him know that I am pagan. I just also believe in Jesus and I'm trying to respect her. I love that. Bruce says Miami's not short on bloodsuckers. Yeah, I can imagine this probably like, governor. And then Juan says, that was Juan. And then Bruce says, Juan, do not say I thought such thing, nor did I display it. Okay. Well, yeah, everybody's talking. And that's the thing. We don't all have to have the same beliefs, but we can listen to each other. That's what I'm doing. I'm just reading all the comments and listening, and we can all learn from each other too. That's I just want to have like a loving community. Abigail says, I think both Bruce and Juan are respectful, and I think they are both right and have your own ideas. I love that. Yes. Hey, so you guys, today I have to kind of cut my live a little short, but it's 46 minutes. I mean, I think it's pretty good. But I will see you guys next time. Hopefully tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'm trying to do it every day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Send you guys love. Love.